Alright, welcome everyone to my presentation. This week is going to be on AR and VR in Brazil. So what exactly is AR and VR in Brazil, who is using it in Brazil, and how exactly does it relate to the 17 SDGs, and then we'll do true truths and a lie at the end. So it's going to be a good time. Starting with what exactly is AR VR. Augmented reality, that AR, adds digital elements such as sounds or images to the real world using technology such as smartphones or AR glasses. AR glasses is sort of the thing that's going to be up and coming when, let's say, you look around, you'll be able to see data, so you'll be able to see things just on the glasses that adds it to real life. Or in virtual reality, that's the VR part, creates a fully virtual environment that replaces the real world, mostly often through a headset. So you'll often hear of a VR headset. You'll put this headset on, and when you look around, you're no longer in reality. You are in a simulated environment created specifically for you. So these are the technologies of AR and VR. But who is using AR and VR in Brazil? Brazil's largest oil company, Petrobras, is using VR to train their fire brigades with immersive training scenarios. So their fire team, the ones that have to put out the fires, they get some crazy good training using the VR headsets where they're able to go through training scenarios and see some intense things without actually having to go through it. So that's pretty cool. AR is being used to help those in the medical field with psychotherapy benefits. So they're using it all over in the medical field, but specifically those with neuromotor issues, which is one of the next things, which is studies are being done for uses of AR and VR in helping those with neuromotor issues. So it helps them focus and train and do things like that. So it's a pretty cool use case for AR and VR. Where is AR and VR being used? Hospitals in Sao Paulo are using AR, VR in patient recovery efforts, kind of like we talked about in the last slide. In Rio, and some people in the Amazon are using AR and VR to share their culture and location information with tourists. Basically, when you go into VR, you can go into whatever environment you want. You can travel without having to travel. So Rio and people in the Amazon are using it to share their culture with people without those people needing to go to the places, which I think helps share culture and share respect for one another, and it's really good. Lastly, students in the cities are using virtual reality in their studies. They're able to, again, go places they couldn't go, see things they couldn't do. It helps them learn in new, different ways, especially for those who are visual learners. This is a really good thing. So why is AR being used? This is a SWOT analysis. The strengths of AR and VR are that there's a growing interest, wide application base, and large consumer base. There's basically a lot of reasons to use AR and VR, so it's going to be continuing to grow. Some of the weaknesses include high hardware costs, limited infrastructure, and a skills gap. Again, with it being new, we don't really have the infrastructure for it, and it's quite pricey to get into. VR headsets specifically can run hundreds or even thousands of dollars, so they're getting to be quite pricey. For opportunities, there's growing market demand, tourism, education, and remote workforce. You're able just to do more in these environments, and so you can do better for education and work, and you can even do some tourism from your own house, which is cool. Now, one of the threats to AR and VR is economic instability, as well as bad infrastructure and global competition. Now, how is blockchain being used? In Brazil specifically, it relates to the SDG 13, which is climate action. Again, like we talked about, VR allows you to travel places without having to go there, which reduces travel expenditure such as driving cars or taking planes, and lets you reduce the impact on the environment in that regard. And then SDG number 4, the quality education. Classrooms are incorporating VR to improve their educational abilities. So you can see things and learn in new and different and exciting ways, and that helps students a ton in their education. Okay. Now let's go to two truths and a lie. First one is Brazil's hospital, known as Albert Einstein Hospital, uses VR to train healthcare professionals and educate patients about childbirth. Or number 2, the Brazilian federal government mandates the use of AR in all public high schools for science education. Or the last one, Sao Paulo-based company ArcX is partnering with U.S. firms to expand industrial AR/VR solutions across Latin America. I'll give you a second to think about it. And the lie is going to be that red one. The Brazil federal government has not mandated the use of AR. It's becoming increasingly more common, but it's definitely not mandated yet. So that's definitely the lie. So that's all I have for you. So thank you for listening.